Here's the woman that could bring the race to life, Kaisa Mäkäräinen. She's fast, she's accurate, and she is desperate to win a title. Welcome to Khanty-Mansiysk, just moments away now from the start of the women's pursuit. It's their second individual run at these World Championships, with a mixed relay opening the championships in some style, has to be said, the best mixed relay that we have ever seen. Now, the pursuit was introduced back in 1997. Germany and Sweden have dominated the results, really. Sweden have won it 4 times, 3 times with Forsberg back in the late 90s. And of course, Ekholm, who won last time round in Pyeongchang, starting 5th in the pursuit. Germany have won it 3. Diesel has been there. We've seen Henkel win it. And of course, Magdalena Neuner won in 2007, having won the sprint as well. So she knows what this is about. If Neuner hits all the prone, do you think she's got it in the bag?
I think it'll give her the little cushion and the psychological advantage she needs of a standing being a little bit weaker than the prone. If she hits all 10 prone targets, I think she's got it in the bag, no doubt about it.
Well, we'll see if that's the way it works out. 10,000 metres to find out. Kaisa Mäkäräinen, a 13-second margin to catch up. Does she try what Martin Fourcade did this morning and put pressure onto Neuner before the first prone, or does she just race her own race and be patient?
I think Mäkäräinen knows what she's got to do in the head. She knows she hasn't got the ski speed to challenge Neuner. She's going to play it safe in the range and hope that Neuner misses a couple of targets.
Here comes Neuner, shoot number 1. Remember, she has not missed a target so far. She's in lane 1, which I think it's fair to say is the easiest lane as far as the wind goes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's going to be confident now that she knows she's got no effects of a wind. Germany usually 0 between 1 and 2. That'll be routine for her.
6 world titles already. If she hits all 20, surely it's going to be gold number 2.
Neuner taking quite a bit of time to settle on that first shoot, just to make sure that first one goes down, which always builds in the confidence later in the shoot.
Well, she's not giving a lot away. Mäkäräinen now has the pressure on her shoulders. Good discipline so far. Not tempted to rush it.
No, I mean, these athletes know what they've got to do, and clean shooting, 19 out of 20 minimum.
Kuzmina. There's the first miss of the women's pursuit, and the Slovakian will know that could mean trouble. She missed one in the stand yesterday, hit all the prone. Well, that's a disastrous start. It takes the pressure off because, and actually looking at the wind, quite a strong gust coming through halfway through Kuzmina's shoot. That could be bad news for Ekholm and Zaitseva. And if Ekholm's had any weakness over the last 2 seasons, it's been the prone shooting.
Yeah, I mean, she has a 94% hit rate in the prone and 92 in the standing, so it shows that a prone is a lot weaker than a standing. I think we'll see Tora come in and attack it here. I mean, her only chance of getting on the podium is to come in and risk a bit.
Ekholm's going to move up into the... certainly to the top 4. The leaders through the 2.9 kilometre stage now. Neuner now has an 18-second margin over Mäkäräinen. Ekholm of Sweden has moved from 5th up into 3rd. Remember, in the last World Championships, she moved from 5th into the gold medal position. She made up 54 seconds on that day and then won by 18 seconds. Today, she started 1:01 off the lead of Magdalena Neuner. It's a slightly harder task to catch Neuner, but she'll know that it is possible. And I think Ekholm will probably have the same sort of tactics as Mäkäräinen. Shoot steady, make sure of the targets, and try and earn a gap before the end.
I think Ekholm now, she's 120 behind after the 3 kilometre point. You know, she's lost 20 seconds shooting on par with Mäkäräinen and Neuner. I think she'll be pushing, and with her coaches almost settling for 3rd place.
Yeah, unless, of course, Neuner shows the nerve. She won this title in 2007, her first crack at the World Championships, the youngest ever winner of a world title.
She looks very comfortable. doesn't seem to be exerting herself too much, making certain of her shots.
Yeah, that was in the 10. That's 4 good shots so far. Well, that is 30 out of 30. And for someone who's struggled with the rifle this year, it's a remarkable turn in form. And when Neuner's skiing well, she shoots well. Her recovery is that much quicker. Mäkäräinen again has to match the German. Very good. Very good. I think the margin may be slightly over 20 seconds, but I think you can't ask any more from Kaisa Mäkäräinen, and maybe she just hopes that Neuner's standing shoot cracks.
I think that Mäkäräinen was prepared to be losing second for second against Neuner on the tracks.
28 seconds, the last split we had on the leading 2. She stays low and has 2 more shoots to go before the charge for the finish line. Welcome back to Khanty-Mansiysk. We're just in time to see Magdalena Neuner approach the range for the 3rd time. It's going to be the first shoot in the standing position. Now, this is where this lady comes into her own. Her standing shooting record is quite phenomenal. It's better than any man on the tour. And although she had a little blip last season in Vancouver, Ekholm has a special secret. The press have never managed to get it out of her. Have you ever asked her what she does, what the training is, what she's thinking of?
I have no idea what a special secret is, Patrick.
But a fantastically strong mind.
I know that she does work. I mean, I know her boyfriend, David Ekholm, he commentates for Swedish Eurosport. And I know that they have, in Östersund where they live, they have their own psychologist that they work with. And I know she spends a lot of time working with him on the mental side of the shooting. I think that plays a big factor. I mean, you can just see how composed Neuner is psychologically. She knows she's done 20 for 20 over this week already. You know, it's going to be a big part in the last stages of these races.
Yeah. Well, from this angle, you can't see any sign of tension in the face with all the tape and the blinder and the harness. So another 5 just rattled down. Even Uwe Musigang is impressed. It's not often you see him break into an uncontrollable grin, but everyone absolutely astonished by Neuner's success so far. For the 3rd time of asking, Mäkäräinen has to match her. It's the last shoot that is the hardest. If she misses, it's all about defending silver. Well done. Excellent. Excellent. I don't know who's under the greatest pressure.
You know, it just shows you the caliber of these 2 athletes. You know, the pressure on Neuner and the chasing athlete. You know, they've had this plan in their head all yesterday since the last race.
So, crunch moment. Is it going to be Neuner's 2nd gold of these championships to add to the silver that she took in the mixed relay? And she will become the most successful athlete at the games so far, or will she crack? Now, over recent seasons, it's been the last 3 shots of the competition that have cost her races. But generally, if she's got a 40-second lead, she's cool and controlled.
I mean, she looks fantastic out there. She looks so relaxed. She's got 2 penalties, I would say, if she needs it. She's got the ski speed in the last loop to take that out of Mäkäräinen. So I think we're pretty safe to say that Neuner's got the win unless she misses 3, which she has been known to do before.
Yeah, the first 2 generally go down. It's 3, 4 and 5 that have given her problems over the last 3 seasons. Remember, she won this title in Antolz and Tesselva in 2007. That's when she became the darling of the German press. To be honest, she's fought them off pretty well. She's not into it, just enjoys the racing, and that's why she pulled out of the relay in the Olympics last year. Now, 2 misses, and she will start to think. This could be for the title. So, 2 misses, 2 penalty loops, 50 seconds. The margin coming into the range stood at just under 40 seconds. Mäkäräinen cannot afford to take too much time. If she wants the gold, it's got to be 5 out of 5, and it's got to be quick. I don't think anyone can deny that Mäkäräinen deserves a world title after what she's done this year. Neuner's first loop complete. This has to go down. The race is on. The race is on, and there will be a margin of around 50 meters at the very, very most as they exit. Away goes Mäkäräinen. She's through the timing one. Those athletes' lap being pulled out, luckily not getting in the way. And now Neuner has got to show us what she can do. But she's had a relatively easy ski up to this stage. Mäkäräinen, we're not quite sure whether she's been going at over race pace or just settling in, waiting for that mistake from Neuner.
I mean, both athletes have looked very comfortable over the loops, knowing that the shooting has got to be nailed perfectly. You know, Mäkäräinen 20 for 20. She's got less fatigue, having not done any penalty loops. That may play a factor later on in the race. But we all know Neuner likes to chase, and she's going to give everything to catch Mäkäräinen.
Well, if it comes down to a sprint finish,
I think Neuner.
I think Neuner might just take it. Remember, it's only a 2-kilometre lap. The last lap yesterday, 2.5, and Neuner was some 12 seconds quicker over that 2.5 kilometre loop. Ekholm trying to defend the bronze medal. There is pressure coming from Henkel, who is skiing exceptionally fast. Down it goes. Well, she said that shooting 10 out of 10 in the sprint was the best thing she could have done, and her confidence was back. Today, she's proved it. Many would take a few more than one good result to do that, but she's produced a sensational shoot today. 20 out of 20 for Ekholm, just as we've seen from Mäkäräinen. Henkel, fantastic. 20 out of 20 for her as well, and she will, without doubt, be the best improved. We said 25, 26 seconds for a penalty loop. Now, Lee, there are 2 big climbs coming through to the finish. Through goes Mäkäräinen, and all the other athletes being called out of the way, and that we certainly don't want that to be a factor. Neuner starting to look tired for the first time.
She looks really tired. It's surprising to see that. Maybe she was pushing harder than it seemed, and maybe she just looked comfortable on the flat coming into the range, like she said earlier in the week.
Well, he played a large part in Mäkäräinen's improvement by telling her not to train with the roller skis. Get on your feet, run up a hill into the range, get the pulse rate as high as you possibly can.
And hitting 20 for 20, you know, he knows his stuff.
So 2 of the leading 3 have shot the perfect 20 today.
Mäkäräinen's coming into the finish now. You know, Neuner's not to be seen yet.
Victory pretty much assured. Here she is coming down the back straight. Round the final corner. Still looking strong. Those early years of cross-country certainly proving beneficial. She switched in 2003 when she was watching the World Championships here in Khanty-Mansiysk. That's when she decided she wanted a little bit of biathlon, and she's not gone back since. She is now the world champion.
One extremely happy girl, Patrick.
Well, that is a phenomenal amount of work, and maybe going down a route holding prior to these championships was the key to finding that sort of form. Hats off to Magdalena Neuner, a gold and 2 silvers from the 3 races so far. Well, how sporting is that? Maybe she's just had so much success
that she let her win.
Well, I don't think it's a question of that, but she looks delighted that the Finn has come through and beat her.
I mean, the biathlon circuit is like a big family, you know. They're on the road together from early December all the way through till the end of March, and everybody is very happy to see other people win, and you know